Hey y'all, it's Jennelle.
And this is Ashley. Welcome to Loving in Reality.
On this podcast, we review the TV shows that are focused on the big L word.
That's right. Love, dating, marriage, and all the drama in between.
All right, y'all. So grab your favorite drink.
And let's get into this reality tea.
Hi, everybody. We are back. We're talking about Married at First Sight, episode 14 this time. The retreat episode, which is usually my favorite.
Yes, and it was pretty good. They looked like they all had a really good time.
Yeah, they did. All except
Most of them, I know. Not all, maybe not all of them, but
yeah, we can just go ahead and start with Lindsay and Mark because she is interesting. She's a very interesting character.
She is. I am just, those two exhaust me. I am exhausted.
I feel like Lindsay is just exhausting. Like I could tell, like I've been saying how I feel like Mark is just super exhausted.
Yeah, it's just always something with Lindsay. Like, girl, come on.
I feel like it makes it even worse how she can constantly dishing it out, constantly digs at Mark, but he can't say one thing without her just, it's starting to give me kind of Alyssa vibes.
Yeah. And what he said wasn't even that bad. Like, I remember I had to text you and be like, what was this joke? Did I miss it?
It wasn't even anything that big of a deal. He was just like, we're going to have a relaxing day. Something like, so you can calm down since you're so hyper. And then she's just like, you're always taking digs at me and blah. I'm like, wait, what?
I was so confused. Lindsay done put down this man's job, his home, his whole life, essentially.
Right.
But he can't talk about you being a little hyper on this day.
And if he says something about how he feels when she says certain things, she gets mad about that too.
Yeah, I would, if I were Mark, I wouldn't even try anymore. I would just, I don't know, buy my time till decision day.
I can't imagine him saying yes on decision day. Like, I could not imagine it at all.
Mm-mm. He's not.
There's no way.
Yeah, and he just seems embarrassed by her, too. Like, the way she was laughing at the dinner table and then the way she was laughing during the game, like, the way he looks at her, he's like, oh, my God, like, shut up.
Yeah, I feel like that's the thing. When he was saying, like, back in week 2, where he was like, I want to pump the brakes or whatever, I feel like he just lost that attractive that he had. It's like when you could be attracted to someone physically, maybe physically he was attractive, but then, just getting to know her personality, he wasn't. And he kind of knew that he didn't want to continue on the relationship, engaging in intimacy with her, knowing that he wasn't really feeling it that way. He was basically just, getting off.
Yeah. No, he doesn't like Lindsay.
Yeah. And maybe that's why she's always complaining about their sex life publicly. Their sex life could be bad because he's not into it.
I could not believe she said that. I was like, Lindsay.
She's constantly complaining about their sex life. Like, why does she think...
putting him down.
Yeah. I don't understand why she thinks that's a good way to go. Like, why do you think that is the way to get him to want to be with you more? I don't understand that.
Either. Yeah, she belittles him every chance she gets.
Like, you think talking bad about him in bed is going to make him better in bed?
Oh, Lindsay is a very confusing individual to me.
Yeah. Even when she was like just complaining about him taking digs at her about the hyper thing, he tries to like lighten the mood, change the subject. He's outside with the fire and he was like, look at this fire. And she's like, I've seen better. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, Mark's not going to say yes.
I hope Lindsay goes first.
What do you think so if she does go first, what do you think she'll say?
Yes.
You think so?
Yeah. Because I feel like Lindsay wants to be with someone. Because she's always saying how I quit. I don't like, she always has this, I'm about to leave you. I can't anymore.
She does do that a lot.
Blah, blah, blah. But she's still there.
Mm-hmm.
So that just tells me that she's just doing that out of hurt because she wants to be there, but she wants him to show that he wants her there more than what he is showing. And that's probably because he really doesn't want her there. So I feel like she just says those things to get a reaction.
He's going to start making her mad on purpose so she'll leave for a little bit.
Yeah.
It's
like that Lauryn Hill lyric. I don't know why this came to my mind, but it's like, I get mad when you walk away. So I tell you go and I mean stay. That's what she's doing.
It's so annoying. It's like she just has zero chill.
No.
Like, Lindsay, why are you getting upset about the kerosene? Why are you getting upset about the laundry? What is...
And then she always goes to the extremes. You don't care about me because you did this mistake. You made a mistake. You don't care about me. It doesn't matter that you apologize and that it was no intention and you didn't even think it was going to be that a big deal. You don't respect me. You don't respect my boundaries and you don't love me and you don't want to be with me, blah, blah, blah. Like, you can't keep throwing out those types of absolutes all the time. First of all, in a relationship, you shouldn't speak in absolutes at all. Mm-hmm. Like, using words like always, never, you shouldn't do those types of things. So that discounts to your partner the times, even if it's 1 or 2 times, the times that they did make the effort, you're discounting that. So I don't know. She needs to stop with that too. Her speaking in absolutes.
That is. I know that's something I had to learn too. I didn't realize I was doing it, but like looking back, I'm like, okay, I can see how that speaking that way could be hurtful.
Because really what you mean to say is like, okay, you don't do it often, or sometimes you do this, but it would be better language than just saying never and always and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. But yeah, Lindsay's a mess. I don't know how she's ever going to get help because she doesn't take insight from anyone else. So.
It's so strange that she can't see that she is doing the same thing to him, though. I don't get it. He teases you about like just such little stuff. Like what you tease him about is like huge. Not funny. Yeah.
Like your life is a mess.
And she says that every chance she gets.
And she has a savior complex, it seems like, as well.
Because she definitely does.
Telling people I have to do this for Mark. Like, I can't even enjoy my life because Mark's life is such a mess and I got to do this, and this. I'm already taking care of him. And like, we've just been married for X, Y, and Z. And the crazy part is that half of the time, Mark doesn't even want her to do these things. No. But if he tells her, hey, can I have some space to figure this out on my own? She gets upset about that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like she wants to be praised for all this stuff that she's doing. Well, like you said, no one's asking you to do that. You don't have to do all of that.
And it's actually the opposite. It's like you're forcing me to have to be grateful because I don't want to seem ungrateful for what you're doing. But at the same time, what you're doing is hurting more than helping. So I would just rather do it on my own.
Yeah, like Mark doesn't need that from you, but you need to feel needed.
Yes.
So that's why she keeps doing that. And it's...
I mean, obviously, you can tell that she has a very unhealthy attachment style. And it's probably because of her past, situation with her mom and feeling neglected, and all this other kind of stuff. So it's very unstable. Her attachment is very unstable because the whole pushing someone away that I want to be with, this whole desire to want to be needed and feel appreciated is too much.
It is. She was funny too when she came tiptoeing down those stairs, Mark and Mike's conversation, and Elijah was trying to pull her back. She was like, "I'm driving home tonight."
Oh yeah.
Go to bed.
You know what? The relationship between Elijah and Lindsay and Katina and stuff is very interesting because they seem like super chill now. Like what episode they were all riding in the car together to somewhere.
Oh, I do remember that. But Elijah and Lindsay are very similar. To me, they are.
And they're
both very outspoken, yet very outspoken people. They're very blunt. They say what's on their minds.
Yeah. I see some similarities in in not a good way between Elijah and Lindsay. And I also see some similarities between Elijah and Noi. Like I was saying before, they're very rigid in how they think about marriage and their lives.
Oh, and I told you Lindsay was not jumping out the car.
Oh, yeah. They always try to make it seem like it's something. I don't even believe the previews anymore. Like, I'll just wait what really happened.
Yeah, the way they spliced that up was not okay. But
because it made it seem like she rolled out the car.
And I don't really know why she got all the way out of the car to stand in. Was she in someone's yard throwing up? Like, where was that?
I would appreciate it if she didn't get no throw up on my car, though. So, yeah, go over there.
Like, I don't know, like throw up from the car.
You might get some inside.
Oh my God.
Go ahead and step out.
That was very sweet of Mark to take care of her.
Oh, yeah. At first I thought she was faking for attention, but I guess not.
No. They were like, she's sick. She doesn't feel well. Yeah, she's hungover. She drank too much last night. That's what that was.
Probably. I didn't think about that.
She was hungover.
I don't understand why she got mad at either about them saying she'd be the one to start a fight.
She did get, yeah.
She got mad at Steve, and Steve like immediately apologized.
I know. Steve was like, oh no, I don't want none of that smoke. Don't bring that over here, please.
Oh my God. Steve is too nice.
Lindsay will throw daggers. That's why he was like, oh no, I'm sorry. I won't do it again.
Yeah. He was like, I don't want no smoke at all. Keep that energy for Mark.
But Steve was actually, this is probably the least nice I've seen him this episode. And I'm kind of glad he was like that with Noi.
You know what? I'm glad that he was being assertive, but he was really being annoying though. Like he just kept bringing it up. Like every 5 minutes he was talking about it.
Oh Lord! I mean,
like, dang, this is really bothering him. Like this is a real problem for him. He will not.
Which is why she needs to talk about it.
Yeah,
she can't just keep blowing it off.
I feel like this is, and I feel like I understand what she's saying. Not that I agree with it. She doesn't want to talk about it because she doesn't see a point. Because basically, she's like, I'm not changing this. So she's like, talk about it for what? I'm not changing it. There's nothing you can say, do, explain to me that's going to make me say, okay, I'll take on your perspective and change this. So at this point, we need to decide if we're going to be okay with continuing our relationship with me doing this or not. That's what she's saying. Yeah.
And I guess that's really for him to decide. Because I mean, she's made her decision. She's going to post what she wants to post. So that's now crazy. You have to decide if you want to live with that or not.
I was like, what? I mean, that is just so minor for you to just be like, I'm just going to blow up my whole
entire relationship
for
Instagram. For Instagram.
And then also, I don't know, maybe she's purposely sabotaging it.
Why do you think that?
That is such a very like small thing to just be like, no, I'm not giving in on. I am going to post our relationship on my Instagram.
And I'm wondering too, like, where did that come from all of a sudden, Noi? Because the last time she did it, she seemed to very understanding.
Yeah.
Like, well, so what? I don't get it.
That's why I started to think like maybe she's trying to blow it up on purpose. Maybe she is trying to sabotage it. I mean, she has this whole thing, and then all of a sudden she has concerns about them moving in together afterwards, and she's saying it's because of this past relationship she was in, which, I mean, that could be a genuine concern, but then why would you get all married at first sight?
Right. Yeah. When she was telling that story, I wasn't sad for her because I was like, well, why did you do this show?
And I'm like, and she also, not only did she do this show, but she was like, they were moving at a very fast pace when it comes to like their feelings, their intimacy, like all of these things. So now that it's coming to an end, now you're pulling back and you're having these caution and blah, 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 and thinking about all these different things. That doesn't make sense to me. I honestly feel like she still has concerns about Steve not working.
Oh, she definitely does.
I feel like she is still not comfortable with that. I don't know if they have had a talk about his finances because he's clearly stating that he has well over what she needs to feel comfortable. So I don't know what it could be at this point. I was surprised at the little game that they played that she said she wanted to be a stay-at-home mom, because I don't think she ever expressed that before.
I wasn't that surprised because I remember earlier on, I was like, I wonder if she's mad he isn't working because she wants to stay home.
Yeah, I remember you saying that, but I'm saying she never expressed it.
She didn't.
Because she's been saying, I want a 2-income household.
Yeah.
She's like, I just always imagined both of us working. I've been working my whole life. I feel like not working is lazy. All these negative things she's been saying about not working. And all of a sudden now she's saying she wants to be a stay-at-home mom.
Yeah. Noi is annoying. Noi is annoying. Annoying.
I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. The math ain't math in Noi. Like, what's going on? I feel like either you were not being truthful in the beginning, and now that push comes to shove, all these things are coming out, but these are things that should have been came out. If that was a concern where you wanted to be a stay-at-home mom, that should have been a conversation. Like, what would have been the problem with saying that? I'm sure Steve would have understood where you were coming from and could have accommodated his plan or whatever better. All he wanted to do was for them to come up with a plan that fits their lives, whatever that is.
Steve did mention when they had their little sit down with the laptop. He was like, well, if you want to take some time off too, we can kind of work around that. Remember he mentioned that?
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. I feel like he just wanted to know, what did she want?
Maybe she doesn't truly know.
Well, that's a problem. Because you can't tell me what I'm doing is not to your satisfaction, but you can't tell me what would be to your satisfaction.
Well, no, she seems to know. She has this little fairy tale image in her head of what she wants life to look like.
But that's changed because first she was saying she wanted both of them to work.
Yeah. I don't know. Noi is... yeah, and then she had that little breakdown in the car. I'm like, Noi, what is going on?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe she's getting scared because it's getting real. I don't know. I feel like she's self-sabotaging, and I'm trying to understand, like, why.
I wonder if she's ever truly been in a real relationship, like outside of the honeymoon phase. Because she seems to operate really well there. I mean, as most people do. But when things get real, she does this.
But I feel like they could still be in the honeymoon phase. I don't even think it's like gotten that real where you need to be scared. Like Steve said, they've been living together comfortably. He has an apartment that would be big enough to accommodate the both of them. What would end their honeymoon phase? They're not having, the only arguments they're having are over these petty things that they could work out if they actually wanted to, in my opinion. So I just I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, I think Noi is the one that needs to figure it out.
Yeah, I feel like she's holding back. I don't know what about or what for or what happened or what's going on, but I feel like she's holding back. There's something missing because it's just not making sense.
I mean, I guess she's getting nervous too because they're starting to have all these issues and arguments towards the end.
And I feel like they're starting to have the issues and arguments towards the ends because they ignored these subjects in the beginning. These problems have always been there for them. Yeah,
they have been. I don't know why they took so long to sit down and talk about it. And I'm still not sure that they have figured things out with the whole job money thing.
It doesn't seem like it now that Noi's saying she wants to stay at home. She wants to be a stay-at-home mom and have kids in a year. So
Lindsay was so funny with her comments. She said,
I know.
I was like, actually, I agree with you there, Lindsay. I don't know how this is going to work.
Definitely a conversation to have.
And not on social media, no way.
Yeah, I don't get that whole deal. And she keeps being like, it's not about you, but I do feel that way about you. But that wasn't about you. Then who was it about? It was about a friend. What friend?
I know. Other relationships outside of you.
Like, what relationship are you specifically referring to? Were you generally speaking? Why would you all of a sudden decide this to say this at this moment?
He was not letting this go.
Like, everywhere they went, he brought it up.
Dinner table, do you want to talk about it? No? Okay, well, I'm going to talk about it.
I feel like Steve was really trying to get some reinforcements to get her to understand his point of view.
Yeah.
That's what I think. He was like reaching out for a lifeline. Like, please, somebody help me.
Why would she? She wouldn't care. She didn't care that Pastor Cal even told her not to do it. So why would she care? Elijah Wan said not to.
Maybe he was hoping maybe like Jasmina or Katina or somebody, like one of the females. Like one of the girls would have said something, maybe would have put things in perspective for her. But I feel like she understands the concept because like when it happened the first time, she was crying and sad and saying how she was so remorseful. So I feel like she understands. I don't know what she's doing right now.
Playing games, being passive aggressive.
I don't know what it is, but
being immature, being annoying.
She's sabotaging.
Steve was so funny. So you can talk about it on social media for the world to see, but not in front of these people we've been hanging out with for the past 6 weeks. Okay.
He's just desperate to get that resolved.
Yeah.
Very desperate to get it resolved.
See, that's what I was saying. He's going to have to do a lot of compromising in this relationship, compromising and sacrificing for Noi.
Do you think that's something he would compromise on, the social media thing?
I don't know. I hope he doesn't.
Yeah.
But I feel like he's going to get tired of this and be like, whatever.
Because one thing can lead to another. And before you know it, you've compromised on all of your morals and values, and you essentially have lost yourself.
Yeah.
So definitely got to be careful with that.
I don't know. If she keeps this up, though, I think he may say no on decision day.
I already think he's going to say no.
Huh?
I said I already think he's going to say no.
Oh, yeah.
I'll be surprised if he said yes. And if he said yes, I'd be a little disappointed, honestly, because I don't feel like anyone deserves to be in a relationship where only one person wants to work on it. That's not right.
Yeah. That is exhausting.
Yeah.
And speaking from experience, that is exhausting.
Like, I understand people have issues in their relationship as long as both people are willing to try and both people are, working on it, whether it's going well or whether it's not. There needs to be effort in from both sides. But when one person is, trying to make it work on their own by compromising themselves constantly, then that's not fun.
Nope.
So we'll see, though.
You said last week, Noah, you may lose a good one.
Get it together.
Who's next?
You talk about Elijah Wan and Katina, since we brought up Elijah Wan. You know what? Katina was talking a lot this episode.
Was she?
Way more than what she usually is. Oh,
like after they were with those animals. What were they with, the alpacas?
Yeah. What did Elijah Wan call the llamas? He called them something.
No, he called them like a gazebo or something.
I thought he pronounced llamas like... I forgot. Yeah, I think he pronounced it weird. I was just like, wait, what?
I don't know about him sometimes. He is not the brightest crown in the box.
I don't know if he called them lamamas or he called them something. I was like, what? Llamas? Llamas. He called them llamas.
Oh.
That's what it was. But yeah, she was talking. She seemed like, during the interview, and there was something, I think a question that they asked her, and she was just like, that's who I am, and he'll have to figure that out if he wants to take it or leave it or something. She alluded to something like that. I know those weren't her exact words, but I was like, okay, Katina, finally you talking. Dang, girl, where you been?
He was getting on my nerves again, the way he was talking to her after their little adventure.
Like I said, I feel like he just doesn't articulate things in the right way. I feel like that conversation that they had is necessary. Like, that was a needed conversation, that topic of discussion, not that
it was
delivery.
But he didn't need to put her down to have that discussion. Because he made it seem like he's in a better place in life than she is, or like she did things the wrong way.
No, what he said, I feel like, again, it's the way that he said it, because I think he felt that he might have been coming off that way. And that's why he was like, I'm not saying that what you did was wrong or that you did it the wrong. He even said, like, I don't think you did it wrong or whatever. That's the way you did it. And then she was like, I know what I did. I know I didn't do it wrong. So I feel like what he was trying to say from my perspective was that he didn't want to have to be doing a lot of stuff on his own, because she would be busy trying to establish herself in her career. And I also was thinking that he was saying he doesn't want her to have to give up on establishing herself in her career, because sometimes children can derail that, because somebody got to take care of them.
He was not thinking about Katina. He was thinking about himself. He was thinking about himself.
The first part.
Yeah, I don't think he was thinking about her. Because he even said in his little confessional, like, he doesn't want to be doing all the work with the kids while she's in school.
Which is a genuine concern, though.
But how is that any different from her being established in her career? You are also going to be busy at work. How is that any different?
Wait, what do you mean? How is what different?
Her being busy establishing her career versus being in her career. That still requires work and being busy.
I think he was saying both, because actually she'll be graduated by then and getting started in her career. So he was saying whether she's in school or trying to establish herself in her career, he doesn't feel like it's a good idea to have kids until after that period.
But he was concerned that he would be carrying the heavy load. But I'm just saying, who's to say she won't be super busy in her career once she's well established?
No, that's true too. I mean, I don't think he thought that far. I think he was just thinking about her saying she wants to have kids in 2 years. And he was like, I don't think that's a realistic timeline for us.
Mm-hmm.
Well, for him. I don't know about for them. I think he was saying that's not a realistic timeline from his perspective.
Yeah. No, I agree that was definitely an important conversation. I just think he was going about thinking about it very selfishly.
Yeah, he could have. I mean, because he was showing mainly concern for himself. And he could have been doing that because Christina is saying that she'll be okay, where he's like, well, I won't. Kind of thing. I don't know.
You know, I wouldn't want to leave Elijah alone with my kids either. So, you know, maybe
I mean, that's his kids. I would think that he would I
just don't know.
Take care of them.
But yeah, that was really the only thing with them that episode. And
yeah,
they otherwise seemed like they were getting along and having a good time.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, I think that's the only thing of note about them.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like, I don't know, Jasmina and Michael kind of make me happy and sad. If that makes any sense.
Jasmina she just be saying all these things, but then she's like, I don't have feelings for him.
Exactly. I'm like, I feel like
what?
Her expectation, like, I don't understand. What is she expecting to feel? Is she expecting to feel like her stomach turning knots, like she's in grade school or something? Like, what is she expecting to feel?
Because I honestly thought during this episode, as she was saying, I'm starting to kind of feel a little something while we're here. And I was like, I wonder if they're going to have sex at the retreat.
I thought they were too. And like I said, I feel like they constantly miss opportunities to establish that connection. There were so many different things that happened where I was like, oh, they should give each other a kiss. Oh, they should give each other a hug or something. And they didn't. Yeah,
I don't know. I wonder if she's just saying these things to like convince herself. Because in the preview for the next episode, she's like, I still don't feel anything. I'm waiting to have some type of feeling.
Yeah. And, sometimes it's not this big, grand feeling. Like sometimes it's not. Like, I don't know. I feel like she wants this head over heels. I am, whatever for this person. Because, honestly, a lot of that feeling that you get comes from separation, like in dating, like being apart, not seeing them every day, not living with them, not being around them all the time. And I feel like with her only being in long distance relationships, that anticipation was always there.
What? Yeah, that's true. That is true.
She always had that anticipation of, oh, I can't wait to see you again. Oh, I can't wait to hug you again. I can't wait to kiss you again. So with that separation being gone, I feel like that anticipation that she usually feels, which I know some people are like, oh, those are, those butterflies, is not there because you have so much that's already known. Like, you're going to see Michael when he gets off work and he comes home. You guys are going to do this. Like, you're going to wake up in the morning. He's going to be there. So I feel like that's probably what she's missing and doesn't realize the connection.
That's a really good point. Yeah. Long distance relationships are great.
Yeah. Cause you have that anticipation of seeing them. You talk to them on the phone, you're giggly and there's really that many lows, in a relationship like that while you're apart, because you pretty much talk to them, you want to talk to them during that day.
Yeah. When it's like convenient for you and convenient for them.
Yeah. You guys have times where you meet up and talk on the phone. You set up phone dates and Skype dates or Zoom dates or whatever dates.
It's easier to brush things under the rug because you don't really have to deal with it head on.
Yeah. So
you don't see that person every day. So
with her only being in long distance relationships, that feeling that she's feeling, that she's used to feeling, she's not going to feel, I don't think.
Yeah. Which leads me to think, again, she just don't like him like that. If she didn't develop any feelings after that 1 month anniversary, after this trip, then I don't see it happening. Because like you said, they have had so many moments where it could happen.
I feel like she downplays her feelings because she's not having this big anticipatory, like, giggity nervousness or whatever. I feel like she downplays the feelings that she does feel because they don't feel as grand as they should be to her.
Yeah. Yeah, because they were actually really cute this episode.
Like, really cute. Like, they seem like they have been together. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they seem like, oh my God, they fit.
Yeah.
They have like the same energy. They feed off of each other. A lot of times in the talking to the cameras, you know, they're very much on one accord, joking around, understanding each other's like inside jokes. Like when you can give somebody a look and they know what that look means, kind of.
Yeah.
Thing. It was very cute.
No, I thought they were the cutest couple this episode, and they appeared to be the strongest couple.
Yeah, I feel like Jasmina's downplaying her feelings because her expectations of like, oh, I need to feel this head over heels. I can't bear to be away from you. I can't wait till I see you again is not there.
Yeah. I feel kind of bad for Michael.
Yeah, because I feel like it's giving him mixed signals because what you're acting like, and I can feel the tension between us. I can feel the tension from my living room. So that, you know, I can feel the sexual tension between them.
It ain't that strong.
It is. It was this episode. I'm telling you, I could have sworn they were going to have sex. There were so many times that they should have kissed and all. I was just like, oh my God, what's going on? I feel like he could feel it. But he needs to make a move. He didn't listen to anybody's advice. Well, then he need to make a move then.
Exactly. I know I am one. I would love for a man to make the move. Make a move. Please make a move. And if you don't, I don't find that attractive if you can't make a move.
I don't either. I do not like a guy that can't be confident enough to make a move.
Yeah.
So maybe that's the problem.
Be a little assertive.
Yeah. I mean, that could be her problem as well. That, you know, he's not being, I can't think of another word aside from aggressive. So sorry, Jasmina, but he's not
assertive. Assertive?
Well, I'm talking about with his actions, like him just like, you know, coming on to her.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that can be unattractive.
It can be. I find it unattractive.
Especially when you're like wanting them to do something.
Yeah.
It's like, well, if I got to tell you what to do, then never mind.
Exactly. Like the moment is gone. Like it's
I don't
ruined.
have to tell you what to do. I need you to take control. Take charge.
Just grab her and throw her on the bed. Something, I don't know.
At this point, I don't even think she would object to that. I'm telling you.
Anything, something, so. Rubber booty, anything.
She's saying that she's open. Like, I'm open to him. I'm open to him. Like, girl, she's saying it, Michael.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah,
why is he so scared?
Where were they sitting? When they were like kind of turned towards each other and close, and I was like, oh, look at them.
And then at the table, she's like crying. I'm just like, I mean, he grabbed her hand and they started holding hands. I'm like, that's sweet, but that was another moment where you guys should have kissed. I'm just like,
yeah. I really thought for a moment, I was like, you know what? I think I'm wrong about them too. But then I saw that preview and I was like, nope.
He just needs to make a move. Like, what's his deal? It's making me mad.
I don't know. Sometimes he does seem a little awkward when it comes to that. I don't know if he just doesn't feel comfortable on camera initiating, maybe.
Is he not
comfortable? They do it off camera.
Exactly. They have moments off camera.
Like you say, they're in the same bed every night. Like, where are your hands? Where do they go? Do you sleep with your hands on your chest?
I feel like at this point it would absolutely make me upset.
Yeah, because I'm not one to make the first move. If you don't make the move, then it's just, I guess we're just friends.
Exactly. And that's probably where she's at. Because, you know, now that I think about it, I feel like it could be one or two things. It could be Jasmina. It could be like, you know, Michael won't make a move and I ain't making a move. Or it could be her, you know, saying she's not feeling anything is because her expectations are, you know, in relation to her past relationships where they've been all long distance. Or it could be a combination of both of those things.
Mm-hmm. And Michael's probably just confused because sometimes Jasmina is hard to read, which is why everyone says she would be a good liar. And I agree. Because she is very difficult to read sometimes.
Yeah, she has a very hard exterior.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, maybe Michael's a little scared of her.
He probably is.
Because at first she was like,
standing next
she
to
had
her
her claws out. She was ripping that man apart.
When?
In the beginning of the season.
Oh, yeah. She was. Yeah. She was a lot in the beginning.
He might be traumatized. He's too afraid. But I don't know. That's so sad. Why did she say that too? I'm mad actually now I'm thinking about it.
Why'd she say what?
Why Jasmina on the next episode says that she still doesn't feel anything. A week before decision day, Jasmina.
I know.
Just keep that comment to yourself.
Yeah. And this man has opened up to you. He's been vulnerable with you.
He went to see a medium for you.
Yeah.
That wasn't worth, you throwing it a little bit. You can't throw it a little bit for the medium.
And let him rub on it a little bit. Well, he has to extend his hand out though to do it. I don't know.
God, and he went to see a medium talking to a stranger about his family and stuff. You can't give him something.
That medium said 3 to 5. I was like, oh, he was 6.
That's close.
Michael tried to be nice. Yeah, 5 to 6. 5. You were 6 years old.
Yeah, I don't know. Mediums creep me out. I would never.
It was a little creepy.
I was like, California, a boat. I'm like, what?
What? Also, she was like, you guys are going to have babies in the next year?
They ain't even having sex yet, lady, so.
But then she said she told Jasmina, if you leave this, or when you leave this, you'll regret it. But you'll be in a relationship, a new one in a year. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, that didn't make sense. She was like, I don't know. It's like she could see the future. Like, you need to stay with this man because I can see now that you're going to leave him. You have a chance to correct your future and change it. Or
somebody was like, somebody said the show hired that lady to convince her to say yes. They're trying to increase their numbers on decision day.
I mean, because, there wasn't anything that she said that we didn't already know. I mean, she could have been watching this show. I don't know.
Or they showed her some of the clips.
Exactly. Because he said all that stuff.
You know what? That's probably why the experts were pushing Mark last week to stay with Lindsay. They're like, look, y'all, we went 0 for 5 last year or last season. We can't do that.
Not working. Because, she sure didn't provide no new information. Like, we all knew what his dad passed away from. We all knew how old he was. Like, we all knew it was his brother. Like,
but I guess she didn't know. Again, unless they showed her, but I doubt they did.
Exactly. How we know she didn't know? She could have been talking to the experts and they accidentally told her. He's been through a lot.
They like to share stuff. They like to share stuff.
But yeah, we'll see how it goes. Is the next episode Decision Day or the one after that?
I think it must be the one after that. There's probably about 3-4 more episodes left.
No, I need to know. There's
a week before Decision Day. There's like the week of Decision Day. There's the night before Decision Day.
I need to. Oh no, next week is they're going to their hometowns.
Yeah. So then there's going to be another one after that. And then I feel like it's been the finale.
Come on, I need to know.
This season does feel like it's dragging.
Man, I just wish I could catch one of them out and be like, bro, just tell me, like, what is it? You guys stay together? What is it? You could tell me. I won't tell nobody.
I don't know. I'm not too hopeful. Well, actually, no. I know for sure. I guess I can't say for sure. I don't know. Elijah and Katina, I think right now, are the ones that will stay together. I don't know about everybody else.
Yeah. You know what? I feel like Elijah Wan is also one that downplays his feelings too. Because he just refuses to say that he loves her when I'm pretty sure he does.
Yeah. I personally don't think that they should be together, but I think that they will stay together.
Hopefully Elijah Wan can become a better person in the way that he talks to people or to her in this particular situation.
I just don't like the dynamic of their relationship right now.
But then he was talking about how Katina is the lead and takes the lead and tells him what to do. And I'm like, I'm so confused because when?
I don't know. I do remember that part. I didn't understand.
I'm like, when did she do that?
Right. It was, we barely hear her speak.
Let's find out Katina back there whipping him around the house while she's trying to be all sweet and quiet on TV. You're gonna see on the reunion some never before seen footage.
Please let us see it. We don't see enough of that footage.
Yeah.
I feel like they used to show it to us, but maybe the couples asked for more privacy.
We need to see some behind the scenes because I don't know what Elijah was talking about. But we'll see how many more episodes left. We'll be here. We'll be back. So join us next time as we continue this journey of Married at First Sight.
This long, long journey.
Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe below because I want to know, anybody have any updated predictions?
Yes, let us know. What do you feel
about Steve and Noi in this whole social media thing? Do you think that that's something they can resolve, or do you think it's just at this point they just gotta accept it or leave it? Let us know.
Please let us know. Do you think Jasmina will ever develop feelings for Michael?
Oh my God. Somebody put some comments. Somebody give Michael some insight on how to make a move. That's what we need.
He does need a little help.
But until next time, guys. Bye.
Bye.